is gonna be lo-fi. I've been trying to fix it, but I think a part of it is broken and I need to figure out what part is broken to replace it. So until then, I can't use my external microphone. So recently I found these old Extravision magazines. Extravision, for anyone not from Ireland or the UK, is like Blockbuster. It is not open anymore as far as I know anywhere. I think it's completely shut down. But it was like Blockbuster, you know, where you could rent out DVDs, games, CDs, all those sort of things. And they used to have monthly magazines where you could see what movies were coming out, what movies were out, things like that. And we got a few. I have more than this actually. You can see from this one it says 2013. 2012. 2013. We got a few of them. What is this one? What is this for Sky? This is not Extravision. Okay, so they've not been touched in like over 10 years, so I just got this to dust them off a bit with. We can dust them off a little bit. one first. Skyfall 007. Sky S K Y F A L L 007. Sorry if you can hear the wind, it's very windy lately. So here we have Daniel Craig. Daniel Craig, who played 007. So, I'm guessing this movie came out in 2013. I'm not a James Bond fan, so I never watched any of them. Here you can see the name of the store, Extra Vision. Extra. Enjoy more entertainment. This was a free little magazine you could get every month or every other month, if you remember. Or you could probably pick them up inside either. So in this issue there was an interview with Daniel Craig. What new movies were coming out at this time? You can win some prizes. Okay, let's see what's inside. There's an ad for the bus expressway. Yeah. Expressway is still going strong. A table of contents. All of that good stuff. What electronics renewal when this issue came out. Here we have got the interview with Daniel about Skyfall. If anyone has watched it or is a big fan of it, you can tell me if it's worth the watch. I just never really found too much interest in it. You play a much more rounded character with a bit more emotion. Is that harder to play than an action man? No, the story comes from a good script. No one ever told me you couldn't have an action-adventure movie and have a good story and a good plot and a complicated lead role. So it seems like you try to give the character some depth. There, my cat is cleaning himself and making noises in the background. Hold on. Now you can see here you could win a copy of Skyfall by answer the following question. With the release of Skyfall, how many Bond movies are there in total? Anyone a big fan of the Bond movies? So when Skyfall came out or was coming out, how many Bond movies were there at this time? You can get it at this time. You could get it or rent it or buy it on DVD or Blu-ray. Came out February 15th here. Remember Blu-ray? Can you still get Blu-ray? Is Blu-ray still a thing? I never had a Blu-ray player. I always thought they were a scam. They were just kind of meant to be HD, right? But some people love Blu-ray, I know. I don't know if there's still a thing. DVDs aren't really that big of a thing either anymore. Here is New Year movie Bonanza. So this must have been January edition 2013. Rent 3 top new movies for 3 nights for only €10. Pretty good deal. Nowadays that would be like 50. Obviously, mostly it's digital rent. But to rent a new movie for 3 nights, I have no idea how much it is. Nowadays, I don't rent digitally. But back in 2013, it was €10 for 3 movies, new movies, for 3 nights. This was a deal, though. I don't know how much it was without the deal. Okay, let's see what movies were all out at this time. Hope Springs with Meryl Streep and Tommy Lee Jones by David Frankel. I've never heard of this movie, I don't think. Huh. I wonder, is it good? Skyfall, of course, what we're talking about. This one was already out at this time. This one was coming out February 15, 2013. Right, this was 2013 edition. That was directed by Shawn Mendes with Daniel Craig and Judi Dench. Premium Rush was coming out 22nd of February, so not long after Skyfall, with Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Dania Ramirez. 22nd of February. Yeah, I said that. By David, I don't know how to say this name. Cope. Premium Rush. I don't remember any of the movies from this year at all for some reason. I don't remember this, and I like Joseph Gordon-Levitt. I don't remember it. The aftermath of an actual bike accident that Joseph Gordon-Levitt had during filming is shown in the credits of the movie. Oh, interesting. Paranormal Activity 4. I always hated those movies. I'm not a horror movie fan. That was coming out the 22nd as well. Popular day for movies. That was by Henry Joost and Ariel Schulman, with Katie Featherston and Catherine Newton. Never watched it. I don't like the Paranormal Activity movies, but I know some people like that sort of movie. This one, On the Road, 22nd of February again, another one. This was with Sam Riley and Kristen Stewart. Around this time, the Twilight movies had probably finished, right? This is just probably, or were they completely finished? They were pretty freshly either finished or nearly finished at this stage anyway. So yeah, she would have been, fresh onto going into other stuff at this point. Interesting. I don't know this movie either. I know none of movies for some reason. Killing Them Softly, another one, February 22nd. I guess back then all the movies used to be released in Ireland on the same days. This was with Brad Pitt and Ray Liotta by Andrew Dominic. Don't know this one either. Looks like an action movie. Yeah. Seems like it's got 4 stars from a lot of the critics, 5 from some, so maybe a good action movie. Argo, I remember this one. I never seen it either, but I do remember hearing about it and seeing the advertisements for it. Ben Affleck starred in it with Bryan Cranston. Bryan Cranston, if I'm not mistaken, is the guy from... Why can I not remember the name of it? That big Netflix show. About the teacher who starts making meth. I didn't know this was also directed by Ben Affleck. Or maybe I did know. It's been a long time since I heard about it. That was coming out March 1st. Breaking Bad, that's the show. I just could not think of the name. Pretty sure that's Bryan Cranston. This seems like an action movie as well. Big year for action movies, I'm guessing. Because that's an action movie. Probably action. Not really, but for a Good Time Call. This is with Ari Grainer and Lauren Miller by Jamie Travis. I do not know this one. It was coming out Feb 22nd, another one. This seems like kind of a comedy, maybe. And it seems to be 18s from what I can see. So maybe an R-rated comedy from the description. The Sapphires, I remember this one. I've never seen it. I've never seen any of these movies somehow. This was coming out March 1st, but I know it because this actor in it is an Irish actor from, I think, Roscommon. Chris O'Dowd, and another actress in it is Jessica, I don't know how to pronounce this one, Mawboy. And the director is Wayne Blair. Four young, talented Australian Aboriginal girls start a group and sing for US troops in Vietnam in 1968. I didn't know that was what it was about. I knew it was from singers, about a group of singers set in some period of the past, but I didn't know that was the exact plot. Nice. Did you know the film was inspired by the true story of Laurel Robinson and Lois Peeler going to Vietnam to sing for troops? Oh, okay. And another one is Gambit. The Perfect Plan. This is coming out March 4th. This was Colin Firth and Cameron Diaz, directed by Michael Hoffman. It seems like a comedy. A bit of a comedy, maybe. Out of all these movies, if I was to pick one to watch today, I'd probably go with this one. I usually don't watch action unless I'm really drawn into the storyline for some reason. I think the storyline sounds really good. But this one just sounds like it could be an easy, good time, feel good watch. So I'd probably go with that one. I don't like horror. And the others just don't sound super great to me. But if you've seen any of these and think they're a must watch, let me know. We got The Master coming out 8th of March. Philip Seymour Hoffman and Joaquin Phoenix, directed by Paul Thomas Anderson. Seems to be getting lots of 5 stars, so this must have been a big one. A troubled naval veteran struggles to adjust to life in the US after World War II. He is attracted to the philosophical movement known as the Cause and finds solace from its charismatic leader. Interesting. Never heard of it. Here, this answers the question. Breaking Dawn Part 2 is coming out, so yeah, I was just finishing the Twilight Saga. It probably had already come out in the cinemas at this stage, but it's coming out on DVD at this point, so yeah, I was just finishing. March 8th. I have seen this one. This is the first movie I have seen. Kristen Stewart and Robert Pattinson, directed by Bill Condon. I think most people know and are familiar with the Twilight Saga. I read the books and watched all the movies in the cinema. I was a teenager when they came out, so it was the big hype at the time. I even still like to look back on them because I think they're just one of those kind of easy to watch movies, and they're a bit goofy, but they're fun. Here Comes the Boom. It sounds familiar, but I don't think I've ever seen it. March 15th, with Kevin James and Selma Hayek, by Frank Karachi. A high school biology teacher takes up martial arts to raise money to prevent extracurricular activities from being cut. Sounds like a nice, cute Justice and Chelsea Handler by Josh Schwartz. Fun size. I've heard of this. I don't think I've watched it though. Ren's Halloween plans are interrupted when she has to babysit her brother. Things get worse when she loses him among trick-or-treaters. So they have to go and find the brothers. Maybe I have seen. I don't know. I don't think so. Another one, The Cup. This looks like a really old movie from the style of the DVD. March 15th. Wow. Why did they style it like that? Looks like it's, you know, an 80s movie. Starring Brendan Gleeson and Stephen Curry, with the director being Simon Windsor. Brendan Gleeson is, you know, a famous Irish actor. He was Mad Eye Moody in Harry Potter. I have not heard this, I don't think. It's based on a true story about two brothers competing in the Melbourne Cup horse racing movie. Silent Hill, another horror, out March 15th with Adelaide Clemens, Sean Bean, and Michael J. Bassett. As I said before, I'm not a horror fan. End of watch. These are March 15th. March 15th was a big day for movies as well. Jake Gyllenhaal and Michael Pena by David Ayer. Seems like an action movie. I don't know it. I've heard of Silent Hill actually. Never watched it. I don't know this one. People Like Us, out March 15th with Chris Pine and Elizabeth Banks by Alex Kurtzman. This one sounds familiar, but I don't think I've seen it. March 15th. Great Expectations, of course, yeah, the book is very famous. Out 22nd of March. This is with Helena Bonham Carter and Ralph Fiennes by Mike Newell. I don't think I've seen this version. I have seen a version of it. It might have been a short series version though. I haven't seen this one. Helena Bonham Carter stated in an interview that she wore only one shoe for the filming of Great Expectations, as in the book. Dickens described Miss Havisham as wearing only one shoe. Interesting. Seven Psychopaths, I remember this. That came out April 1st. Starring Colin Farrell, another famous Irish actor, and Christopher Walken. And directed by Martin McDonagh, famous director. I did see this movie, I'm pretty sure, but I don't really remember much of it. It was kind of a comedy. It was interesting. Another one, you can win a copy. Just answer the following question. What is the name of Christopher Walken's character in the movie? What is this? All the top movies you may have missed. Just showing you movies that came out that, you know, might interest you in seeing. I really liked The Perks of Being a Wallflower when I was a teenager. What Richard did, I watched some of that. It's quite a dark movie. Oh, wow, this came out back then. I didn't know it was that old. It's always on TV here. Paranormal, I don't think I watched that. Madagascar, I think I watched that. Looper, I may have watched that. I'm not sure. Got an ad for The Scene. Don't know what this is. Some club. Cinema deals. want to see that anymore. The inflation. Phone deals. Music. Wow, this is like old school Justin Bieber acoustic. Les Mis soundtrack. Emily Sunday. Biffy Clyro. Oh, I haven't heard Biffy Clyro in a long time. Oh, I should listen to some of his music. Used to love him. I haven't heard him in a long time. Lumineers. Some tickets to the races. Shop online, the online of Extravision. Enterprise. Ergo interview. The drawing from Madagascar. Kids movies. Ooh, Frankenweenie. Oh, I used to love this movie. It was only coming out this year. What? Wow. I think I like randomly watched it on Netflix one day. And I was like, wow, this is a good movie. Or is this the second? The first or the second? I think it's the first one. Hotel Transylvania. Again, I just randomly watched that one day. Good movie. But then they kind of dragged it out by bringing in too many things. Games, Dead Space. This was PS3 and Xbox 360. Oh, was there not PS4 back then? When did PS4 come out? Because PS5 came out when? 2019. Really? Crypsis 3. Metal Gear Rising Revengeance and Tomb Raider. Tomb Raiders were still coming out. I've heard a lot about this one. I don't know this one. I don't know this one. Of course, Tomb Raider's a very famous series. More games. We got Gears of War Judgment. The Walking Dead. Survival Instinct. Army of Two. The Devil's Cartel. Bioshock Infinite. Bioshock was the one on the back of this, right? Yeah. Bioshock Infinite. You could pre-order and get some of these exclusive stuff. I can't believe PS4 wasn't out yet. What year did PS4 come out? It must have come out shortly after. Oh, is this the guy from Game of Thrones? Just say the actors. No. Or does it? Yeah, it does. Bioshock. Doesn't say here. Okay. Oh yeah, you could trade games. I used to love doing that. And here are some games that had already come out. Dead Space, Call of Duty, Black Ops, Harry Potter Lego. Interesting. FIFA. Broadband deals. Not Navy. Hasn't really changed. Similar still. And now we have like, fiber optic broadband, of course. Here's some tech that was coming out. Acer tablet for 150. I don't know how much Acer sells his tablets for now. Some Sony smartphones, Xperia. Hands-free. Doesn't say how much. Oh yeah, you could trade in your dates the new movies are going to be releasing. Safe House was the big movie coming out in this edition with Denzel Washington and Ryan Reynolds. QR codes were a thing in 2012 already. I didn't know that. And you could win some stuff. Safe House. Extra vision. Let's see what we got. Some food. Table of contents again. More food. Oh, look, you get 3 movies. A liter of drink or 2 small bottles and 2 medium popcorns for €16. Stop it. Stop it. That's too much. That would cost me probably. I have no idea how much that would cost me. I don't even want to know. We got an interview with Ryan about Safe House. I've never seen Safe House. I'm not a huge fan of Ryan Reynolds. Sorry, I know some people like Ryan Reynolds a lot, but so it seemed it was filmed in South Africa, Cape Town. Action movie. Oh, so sad. What else have we got? Like Crazy with Felicity Jones and Anton Yelchin by Drake Doremus. Is it like a romance of some kind? Chronicle, it's like these are already out. June 1st is the next one, so this must be a spring edition. Spring 2012. Chronicle is with Dane DeHaan and Alex Russell by Josh Trank. 3 high school friends receive telekinetic abilities from an unknown object, so some sort of supernatural. Their lives went out of control and their friendships are tested. Okay. The artist, oh yeah, I remember this. Jean Dujardin. John Goodman and Bernice Bale by Michael Hassan Officius. I'm so bad at pronouncing names. I've never heard them before. If I haven't heard another person say it, I just don't know how to say it. So I'm sorry. The role of Jack the dog was played by 3 matching Jack Russell Terriers, Uggy, Dash and Dude, although Uggy did the majority of scenes. The almost silent movie follows the life of silent movie star George Valentine, whose career begins to fade as talking pictures overtake the industry. Oh, sounds good. With like kind of more artistic movies like this, it's hard to know, they either really hit or really miss. For like ordinary casual watchers. The Vow, a romance with Rachel McAdams and Channing Tatum. Yeah, Rachel McAdams was in so many romances around this time. This is by Michael Scuzzi. The true story of a newly married woman who loses her memory in a car accident and whose husband must work to rekindle their love. I seen this actually, I remember. It was okay. It wasn't amazing, but it was okay. Not bad. Carnage, out June 1st, with Jodie Foster and Kate Winslet by Roman Polanski. This is a comedy. Kind of sounds like a comedy. Extremely Loud and Extremely Close, June 8th, with Tom Hanks and Sandra Bullock by Stephen Daldry. I don't know this one either. I don't know so many movies. J. Edgar, 8th of June, with Leonardo DiCaprio, Naomi Watts and Armie Hammer. Oh, Armie. He got scorned by the industry in the last few years for crazy, such crazy stuff and bad stuff as well. I think there's a lot of allegations against him, assaulting girlfriends, his girlfriends, past girlfriends. But there's lots of other kind of more funny stories that came out, and then the actual bad stuff came out, and we're like, oh, damn. So he's not been in any movies recently, as far as I know. Oh wait, is he in a movie right now? I think he did get cast in something that's coming out now. He's making his return to the screen. This was by Clint Eastwood, a biopic exploring the political rise to power of J. Edgar Hoover as head of the FBI. A historical drama. Judi Dench reportedly broke her toe while working on her previous movie, but kept the injury secret to avoid being replaced. Co-producer Robert Lawrence only found out after she'd filmed her scenes. I broke my toe recently, like a few months ago. Not great. You could definitely act through it, but you need to be wearing very good shoe wear, footwear. So if they're making her wear uncomfortable shoes for her costume, it's gonna be hard. But you could work through it. You kind of just gotta tape your toes together and hope for the best. Goon, with Sean William Scott and Eugene Levy, by Michael Dowse. This is a comedy. It seems to be getting 4 stars. June 8th, A Dangerous Method, 8th of June, with Michael Fassbender, another Irish actor, and Keira Knightley, by David Cronenberg. So this is a historical fiction about the relationship between Carl Jung and Sigmund Freud, as one of them fall for Keira Knightley, I guess. Never watched it. The Best Exotic Marigold Hotel. This is so good. I remember I was staying at my friend's house. We needed something to watch. It was her grandmother's house, and we needed something to watch, and she was looking through her grandmother's DVDs. This was one of them, and we were all like, oh, I don't want to watch that. What the hell is this movie? And we ended up having to watch it, and it was so good. We were so surprised. Yeah, I recommend it. It's a really feel-good movie. It has some sad parts, but a feel-good movie. Judi Dench, Bill Nye, and Maggie Smith, by John Madden. I love this movie. It doesn't say here, but it also has... Oh, why can I not remember his name? Slumdog Millionaire, the main actor in Slumdog Millionaire. Why can I not remember his name? Oh, he's such a good actor. He's one of my favorite actors. Save Us, here's the movie on the front. Denzel Washington, Ryan Reynolds, directed by Daniel Espinosa. Action. Who directed? Why are they asking this? One for the Money, with Katrin Heigl and Jason O'Mara, by Julie Ann Robinson. Wanderlust, Jennifer Aniston and Paul Rudd. So many movies I just don't remember, don't know about. Ghost Rider. I was never into the Ghost Rider movies. Nicolas Cage and Keira Hines again. Mark. I can't even see Neville Dine and Brian Taylor. Not a huge Ghost Rider fan. Project X. Thomas Mann. watching it. John Carter, I remember this, never seen it though. Taylor Kitsch, Samantha Morton by Andrew Stanton. Sci-fi kind of. This Means War with Reese Witherspoon, Chris Pine and Tom Hardy by Mick G. Is that how you say it? Interesting name. Seems like an action. Act of Valor with Rosalind Sanchez and Nestor Serrano by Mike McCoy and Scott. Why? Wait. Seems like an action. Maybe seals, yeah. 21 Jump Street, what? Thought that was older. 21 Jump Street with Jonah Hill and Channing Tatum. Of course I've seen this one. By Phil Lord and Chris Miller. This is a really good comedy. Comedies are very hit or miss for me because, I don't know, a lot of comedies I just don't find funny for some reason. But this is a good one, I liked it. It's predictable comedy, you know, standard for this time period, but it's good. While some original cast members have cameos in the film, Dustin, Gwyn, I never know how to pronounce that name. Officer Harry Truman, low-key, does not. However, he is worked into the film in a scene where the bad guys are watching the original 21 Jump Street TV series, and almost all the shots in the TV are of Loki. The Raven with John Cusack and Brendan Gleeson, of course, the Irish actor again. James McTighe. Edgar Allan Poe joins forces with the young Baltimore detective to stop a serial killer. Like the actual Edgar Allan Poe. The Raven makes sense to name, I guess. Okay. Interesting. Action movies seem to be very big back in this era. I don't think there's as many action movies anymore. Or there doesn't seem to be a lot of Marvel movies either. When was the era of Marvel? When we had Marvel coming out multiple times a year? Must have been after this. Contraband with Mark Wahlberg and Kate Beckinsale by Baltzar Cormacour. Seems like an action, again another action. Bellamy with Robert Pattinson, again fresh or this was still when? The last, because this is 2012, so the last Twilight hadn't come out at this stage. And Christina Ricci by Declan Donnellan and Nick Ormerod. It seems like a historical fiction as well. We Bought a Zoo. I remember this. I didn't see it, but I remember it coming out. By Matt Damon and Scarlett Johansson. By Cameron Crowe. The name explains it all, right? A widowed father moves his family into a dilapidated zoo. Fun. Here's some movies that had already come out. Sherlock Holmes. Oh, okay. The Descendants, The Sailors, Wars. I seen this movie. I seen that in cinema. Quite good. Sad movie. Have I seen anything else? The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. I didn't see it, but I remember it was huge. I didn't watch many movies there. More bus ads. Some coming to the cinema soon. Men in Black 3. Prometheus. The 5-Year Engagement. The Amazing Spider-Man. Wii, PC, PS3, and Xbox 360. Sorry, I'm moving. Sorry, moving around a lot. The line Spec Ops. I am noticing that a lot of the games from the previous magazine and this one, they're all very like first-person shooters, action. So a lot of the movies of 2012, 2013 are action, and a lot of the games are the same. Whereas now, gaming is a lot more varied. I think there's more games to cover all different genres. Like, these are obviously the big games. I mean, like, the big games are now, like, varied. Here's one that's kind of different. Kind of. Amazing Spider-Man. Aliens. Assassin's Creed. Call of Duty. Or games that had already come out. Oh no, you can get this one for free if you trade in one of these. So if you already have these and play them and you don't want to play it anymore, you can get this one instead. I've played this. I love Mass Effect. It's my favorite series of all time. I played the remastered version on PS5. Well, it's for PS4, but I played it on PS5. Super good. Some games that have already come out. FIFA again. Sniper. Yada yada yada. Don't look at the prices, it's too sad. Some phone deals. Oh, Paul, remember that movie. Call of Duty Black Ops. I don't like a lot of these type of games. Okay, last one for today. Oh, Call of Duty is going back to haunt me. I got Axe the Fowler. Extra. Let us entertain you. HMV as well. The scene. This was in the previous one as well. What date was this for? This was for 2013. Issue 4, so this would be like the end of winter or autumn. Maybe autumn 2013. Out Now After Earth. I think I've seen that movie, but I don't remember much of it. By M. Night Shyamalan and Will Smith and Jaden Smith. Oh, what you call the one? Pursuit of Happiness. I love the Pursuit of Happiness. I haven't watched it in a long time, but I used to watch it a lot. And of course, Jaden Smith was a kid, like a young kid in it. Very young. But the movie's so sad, I love it. Oh, I really want to watch The Pursuit of Happiness again. I used to love that. The Iceman, with Michael Shannon, Chris Evans, and James Franco by Ariel Froman. Behind the Candelabra by with Matt Damon and Michael Douglas by Steven Soderbergh. And this is the end with Seth Rogen, James Franco, Emma Watson by Evan Goldberg and Seth Rogen. I watched this a few years ago, a good few years ago now, but like years after it came out, on Netflix as well. And it was quite good. It's kind of a meta comedy, like they play themselves in it. Like he is playing Jonah Hill, he's playing Seth Rogen, he's playing James Franco. They're playing themselves as actors. And the apocalypse begins. And they have to like react to the apocalypse. And it's a comedy, but they're playing themselves. They're playing these like, you know, meta, over-the-top versions of themselves. It's good. and Susan Sarandon by Rick Roman Way. I don't know it. Seems like an action again. A Haunted House. Marion Wayans and Marilyn, sorry, I thought it was an I. It's hard to see. Marilyn Wayans, of course. Part of the duo, but just alone here. And Essence Atkins by Michael Tides. Marilyn Wayans, who wrote and stars in A Haunted House, was one of the creators of the Scary Movie franchise, yeah. Both movies spoof paranormal activities. I used to love the Scary Movie franchise when I was young. Hummingbird by Jason Statham, or with Jason Statham, Agatha Buzek, and Vicky McClure by Stephen Knight. Another action. The Purge, that was really big when it came out, by Ethan Hawke and Lena Headey, by James DeMonaco. I think most people know The Purge. I've never watched it, but it was big when it came out. The East with Britt Marling and Alexander Skarsgård. Sal Batman. Oh, I can't even see what this is. Batman. Is that L? Glil. Oh, that's a J. Glish. Batman Glish. World War Z. Oh, that was on. Yeah, on the back of this. Oh! This looks like the front more than the back. Okay. World War Z, I did watch that. I think a good while after it came out. With Brad Pitt and Marielle Enos by Mark Forrester. It's okay, I heard that the book is a lot better. I've never read the book though. It's okay. I love apocalypse movies. I know I said I don't like horror, and apocalypse are kind of horror, but to me they're a completely different genre. And they're kind of action, and I said I don't like action either, but I love apocalypse. Zombie apocalypse. Any really apocalypse I love. I don't know why. Before Midnight, Ethan Hawke and Julie Delpy, Richard Linklater. Don't know it. Never heard of it. The Bling Ring with Emma Watson and Kathy Chang by Sofia Coppola. Inspired by actual events, a group of fame-obsessed teenagers use the internet to track celebrities' whereabouts in order to rob their homes. Interesting. Okay. Now You See Me, of course, that was huge at the time it came out, with Jesse Eisenberg and Isla Fisher. I never know how to pronounce her first name. By Louis Leterrier. I don't even know how to describe this one. Kind of action mystery. I don't even know what's that genre called. Team of illusionists who pull off bank heists during their performances are investigated by an FBI agent on Interpol. Yeah, I guess action. I never watched it, but I know about it. I remember when it came out. Stand Up Guys with Al Pacino and Christopher Walken by Fisher Stevens. Don't know it. Admission, Tina Fey and Paul Rudd. I love Paul Rudd. By Paul Weitz. A Princeton admissions officer takes a professional risk after she meets a college band school kid who might be the son she gave up years before in a secret adoption. Oh, is he the son? He can't be. same age, right? Or are they not? Is he a lot younger? He can't be a college student early. No, because he's in his 50s now, or late 50s. This was only over 10 years ago. I have no idea. Chasing Mavericks, Jared Butler and Johnny Weston by Michael Apted and Curtis Hanson. Surfing movie. If you like surfing, might be one for you. The Great Gatsby, I've watched this. Leonardo DiCaprio, Carey Mulligan, Bypass Lerman. I've read the book, I've watched the movie, and I went to a play. I went to the Great Gatsby play. It was like an interactive play where you actually you pretend to be like a part of the parties a lot of the time. It was really interesting. The movie was very glitz and glam. Like, they put a lot of effort into the appearance of the movie, the aesthetics. Very good for that. Pacific Rim, another kind of action fantasy type thing. Idris Elba, Charlie Hunnam, and Rinko Kikuchi by Guillermo del Toro. I think most people know Pacific Rim. It's a very famous series. The Wolverines were still coming out this time. Hugh Jackman, William Lee, and Tao Okamoto by James Mangold. So they're set in Japan. I don't think I watched this one. I did really like Wolverine movies, but I don't think I watched this one. Maybe I did, who knows? It's been a long time. The Internship with Vince Vaughn and Owen Wilson by Sean Levy. I don't think I watched this. One of the kind of standard comedies for that era. Red 2. What's that movie that came out recently? Red 1. When I seen it, I was like, wait, this sounds familiar. I was thinking of Red 1. Bruce Willis, Helen Mirren, and John Malkovich by Dean Parisot. Seems like an action movie. Rendered by some movies that already came out. The World's End, Sean Pegg and Nick Frost. Oh, Edgar Wright. 5 friends who reunite in an attempt to top their epic pub crawl from 20 years earlier, which they become humankind's only hope for survival. I think I've watched this. I love these guys' comedy movies. They are a great duo. I think I've seen this one. The Heat, Sandra Bullock and Melissa McCarthy by Paul Feig. Comedy as well. I don't know. I don't think I've seen that one. Man of Steel. Oh, I watched this after it came out. Henry Cavill. That was like his big breakthrough. And of course now we know him from like The Witcher. He left The Witcher, but that would have been his very big roles. And Amy Adams by Zack Snyder. I remember I watched this movie after it came out. And I hated it. It was so boring. I've never been so bored in a movie. It was so boring. Sorry to anyone who loved this movie, but I hated it. Grown Ups 2. Adam Sandler, Kevin James, Chris Rock, Dennis Duggan. I think I like this. I've watched the first one. I remember I liked the first one. I think I like this one as well. Hangover Part 3. Bradley Cooper, Zach Galifianakis, and Ed Helms by Todd Phillips. Yeah, everyone knows the Hangover series. The third one is they're kidnapped by one of their own is kidnapped by a gangster. The Wolfpack must track down Mr. Chow, who escaped from prison and is on the run. I probably watched it. I've watched the other first two, definitely. I've probably watched it. Oh, I remember I went to New York last summer, and for some reason second one again. And then this one came on, but we left. We were going somewhere. So I think I watched the beginning of it. I don't know if I've ever watched the full movie. Maybe years ago. Drawing. What's this one? The Croods. Kids movies out of the time. Epic. Nativity 2. Monsters University. Despicable Me 2. Plain Smurfs 2. I actually don't think I've seen any of these. I don't mind watching kids movies. I think they can be good. But I just don't think I've seen any of them. Awesome. TV show, box sets, Family Guy. I'm a big Family Guy hater. I hate Family Guy. I know a lot of people love it. I've always hated it. As I said before, I'm very picky about comedy. Some comedy I like, and some I don't, and I won't really know until I watch it if I'm gonna like it or not. This type of comedy I don't like. I don't really like. I don't know. It's hard. It's hard for me to know if I'll like something or not until I watch it. And for some reason, this is the one I don't. This is one of the series I don't like. Sons of Anarchy. I've heard it's good. I've never watched it. Downton Abbey. I watched the first few seasons. I don't know if I watched season 4. Probably. I don't know how many seasons there are. Here's Breaking Bad. I never watched any of it, but of course I heard it's one of the best series of all time. Walking Dead. I've watched the first good few series, but then I kind of, kept going. I got a bit disillusioned by it, so I stopped. I never picked it back up. But I really liked it for the first few seasons. Big Bang Theory. I used to like it, but then I seen too much of it. Like, it's one of those shows that were always on TV, and I got sick and tired of it, and now I hate it. But I used to like it a lot. Homeland. I think I might have seen 1 or 2 episodes, but never really paid attention to it. Be in the background type thing. The White Queen. I don't know this one. Hannibal. I've watched all of Hannibal. I really like Hannibal. Mads Mikkelsen is one of my favorite actors. I think Mads Mikkelsen is such an amazing actor. Some games. Skylanders Space Force. Swap Force. PS3, Xbox 360, Wii U, Wii, Nintendo 3DS. You get some little things with it. Battlefield 4. Assassin's Creed Black Flag. WWE 2K14. Watch Dogs. And Call of Duty Ghosts. This is the one that was on the front. Of course, the Call of Duty series is huge, I know. Never played it though. As I said, I don't really love first-person shooters. PS4. Oh, here we go. This is my question. When did the PS4 come out? 29th of November 2013. So the end of 2013. Interesting. I never had a PS4. When I was very young, I had a PS2. I had a Nintendo Wii and a Nintendo 3DS. My PS2 was secondhand, so I got it. I think PS3 was already out when I had my PS2 secondhand. Then I got a Nintendo Wii and a Nintendo DS. I never had a PS3 or a PS4, as far as I can remember. And I haven't played games. I hadn't played any games in years and years and years and years since I was like a young kid. And then the other year I decided to buy a PS5 for myself, treat myself to a PS5. Love it. Great investment. It's expensive, but like for the amount you're gonna use it, and you can use it to do other stuff with, like, you can watch TV through it, watch DVDs through it. If you have them, you can do a lot of stuff through it. So I think it's worth the money in the end if you're gonna be using it. Xbox One was gonna be coming out as well. place in Ireland called Patchy Pizza. I looked it up why it was called that, I don't remember. But it's still going. It's still going. Any size pizza for $29.99. The Smiths, Led Zeppelin, Clash, Covenants, Tin Lizzy. Of course, one of the best Irish bands. Maybe U2, of course. Oh, now we have like Hosier. Cranberries was another big one. But you know, Tin Lizzy was one of like the first real international famous Irish bands. The boys are back in town, but you know, Tin Lizzy's version of that Boys Are Back in Town is huge everywhere in the world. Encore, Eminem, Daft Punk, Johnny Cash. Oh, we got more. Arctic Monkeys, The Stripes, Metallica, Jesse J, Kings of Leon, Justin Timberlake, Janelle Monáe, he's not what I call 90, whatever. Hail to the King, Wagon Wheel, Nathan Carter. Oh, this is offensive, and I like the album name, Codeline. Oh, I love Codeline. Another Irish band. These ones are not as big internationally, but some of their songs were used on a lot of like movies. So some of their songs you probably have heard like in the background of TV shows and movies and just didn't really know it was Codeline. Oh, one of their songs in particular was very popular to be used in TV shows and movies. What was it called? I can't remember. MGMT. I heard that they're actually called The Management. That's what that's meant to be. Avicii, Katy Perry, One Direction, now, and Eminem again. Iron Man 3. Oh, here we go. That was my question about Marvel movies. And then there's some of the tablets and stuff that were coming out at that time. McDonald's. Speakers. Okay. That's all. We're gonna leave it at that for today. I have more of these if anyone ever wants to look at them again. Different ones. But that's it.